on here. I'm Honey with the Sauce.
Ooh.
And Les Winery owner and owner of Sachet Charm School.
Okay.
He was still all up in it.
Always does that.
We still in the world.
Honey
This
with
is
the
your boy
sauce.
LA. Eating candy and sipping on something. You dig?
Try to take all my pinks.
Reefa, aka Fillmore Blunts with a Z. Y'all already know this is the wrap up, and we are back from commercial, and we got some more things to talk about.
Yeah. So, of course, everybody remembers the Rihanna, Chris Brown debacle after one of the that was one of the award shows, right?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
It was at least easily 10 years.
Right.
It was-
Maybe even 11.
What?
It
That was
was-
at least
Grammys,
nine.
right?
At least 9.
Was it the
It
Grammys?
was.
It was like 2006, 2007.
It was a while
Okay.
ago. It was years ago.
Yeah.
So is it ever too much time passed to make a joke about that?
No.
It depends.
Let's go around the table.
but-
Let's go around the table on that.
Yeah,
Start with you.
I would say it depends, but domestic violence is something that's terrible, and it's a touchy subject, and it depends. But when you're in the spotlight, and you're dealing with celebrities, and you have people come in and try to make fun of that, and that brings down your points. Even though there's no such thing as bad publicity, but no one wants to be reminded
Right, yeah,
about
constantly.
that whole situation. That was a bad
Constantly.
situation,
It was. It
with
was.
two prominent, prolific, artists that both of them took a hit, but they recovered.
And I'm sure
let
they
it be in
wanted
the
to be-
past
yeah.
and let them keep moving because they all did their thing, and they
Karma.
paid their dues, and keep it moving.
What you think about that?
I just think because of Chris, I agree with him, number one. And Chris Brown history, they don't need to put out no jokes. I mean, even for him, I know he try to let some of the things go, since he might add some in the future. He don't want everything to pile up. And as a Rihanna, yeah, her image, you know what I'm saying? She don't want to be reminded of that. I agree. And look, use somebody else. Don't put me on the line spot for that because that's not something that you want to be known for.
Yeah, use that minor league baseball player that beat his girl in the hallway, make that. No. I mean, he might as well been a bat.
Yeah, on the steps.
On the steps?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'd say-
That just happened.
Baseball.
He is crazy.
What do you think, LA?
Well, with domestic violence, period. No, it's not funny, and it's never enough time to make a joke like that. So no, I don't think they should have did any type of thing with anything as far as a man beating on a woman. I don't approve of that at all. No.
That was actually about to be what I was about to say. It's never I don't care who you put in replace of Rihanna, who you put in replace of Chris Brown. That whole situation should never ever be a versus anyway. You know what I mean? Why do we have to fight each other? Why does it always have to be versus? Why can't we? Why does that always have to come up somewhere? And as somebody who has dealt with it before, I don't want to constantly be reminded of something. No, domestic.
I'm about to say, well, what did you tell us that? And how was that?
Or just leave it to the
What song
comedians
was he
because
talking about
everything's on the table when you're dealing
No,
with comedians.
I'm just
so.
saying, as somebody who's been through it, it's never okay to even continue with that. Do you know what I mean? For both parties, whether he did this intentionally and he wants to let it go, whether she did something to provoke, whatever the situation was, let it die, let it go.
All right, let me ask a question though. So the shoes was on the other foot. Would it be funny that he got his ass whooped?
No.
Nah, it still be
No.
messed up. I mean, I think it'd be taken more lightly.
This is the
but
thing that I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Why do we have to fight each other, period?
So tell me
Don't
this.
fight me.
All right. So is it the fact that it was Rihanna? Is it the fact that it was a woman, or do you think that it's offensive because of the violence part?
The violence.
The violence.
The violence. Okay, so I mean, I understand that, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a minute because, and I referenced this on another show. This is the world star generation, right? This is the generation where they fight videos on Facebook, on Instagram all the time.
Social media,
Why
period.
is it on social media? Period. Why is and I love Rihanna. Why is Rihanna so special? As opposed, I've seen plenty of girls videos where girls are beat up by men and women, by kids and adults. Why is Rihanna so special?
All right, so would it be cool if it was Nicki Minaj?
It wouldn't, but I'm just saying, Why is
I just
it?
think it's an image thing.
And my thing
It's an image
that
thing.
I'm
Like,
going back.
I mean,
Hold on, one
let's
at
be
a time, one at a time.
honest, okay? It's not just some woman. You know, I mean, I wouldn't want no one to go there. Me didn't go through that, any woman. But come on.
So I mean, if
Rihanna
it was a
is
girl that we
artist,
didn't know,
you
it was
know,
like smack
so-
Keisha or punch Ricky.
Well, we don't even
And
know
we don't
that.
know, and they
This
just
would not
And we
randomly.
probably wouldn't even pay attention because we don't even know Keisha.
That's my point.
And I'm saying that that's the thing that we need to start focusing on is the fact that none of this should be acceptable. Whether
Agreed.
it was Rihanna and Chris Brown, me and that person, Keisha and Thomas, whoever and whoever, it shouldn't happen. Point blank. Period. I don't. You know what I mean? Unless we're in a boxing ring where we have trained to do this, this is professionally done. There are staff available if someone
referees.
gets
That's a
hurt.
good point.
There are referees.
So
that's something.
So let
different.
me ask you this: if it had said slap Ronda Rousey or punch Floyd Mayweather,
I don't think
would that be offensive?
Nope.
It would
No.
be stupid.
It would be stupid, but it
That
wouldn't be
would be
The
offensive.
only reason why it wouldn't be offensive
Because of
is
their
because
profession.
they both are in that profession. Now, had they and she has openly requested to fight him and vice versa. So that's
so
something
stupid.
Not
that
vice
don't think
versa.
that's smart.
I mean,
Not vice versa.
Not vice versa. Not vice-
No.
not vice
Okay, so
versa,
y'all
but-
think that the fact of, and I'm gonna read the ad again, but y'all think the fact that it said smack or punch meant something about each other, or the fact that it was Rihanna and Chris Brown's picture side by side
Yeah.
and some type of punching happened?
Being as though the situation
Any
that
type of
occurred-
physical alter, if you could have said anything, didn't matter, whether it was related to how the altercation, unfolded. It's either way, it's because of the sensitive nature of
Yeah.
the
Of it.
topic and of their
I would
celebrity.
definitely have an attitude too.
You would,
Yeah.
So with that
Type
being
of
said, so Snapchat, of course,
I'm
is
shutting
for
down.
older people that don't know, is this very popular disappearing image app,
Yeah.
right? So the advertisement
Disappearing
says,
image.
"Would you rather?" And then it asks users, would they rather slap Rihanna or punch Chris Brown? Now, of course, this is 2009 that the initial thing happened. So when Rihanna found out about this, Rihanna said that now Snapchat, I know you already know you ain't my favorite app out there,
You ain't my favorite.
right? But I'm just trying to figure out
Became ignorant.
what the point was with this mess. I'd love to call it ignorance, but I know you ain't that dumb.
You ain't that dumb.
That's
You
how she had to
spent,
talk
that's
to
what
him?
she said. This is a quote.
That's how she had to talk to
You
him.
spent money to
stylish.
animate something that would intentionally bring shame to domestic violence victims and made a joke of it. So if you, whichever one you push, it would do that.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So if you pick the Rihanna one, it would smack
How many
Rihanna
times
or
she
punch
get
Chris
slapped?
Brown.
'Cause her vocabulary is-
that easy. Now
I mean, if I just think
Listen.
if they
I'm sorry.
was
All right, I'm sorry.
putting something to it, like if they would have added something to it, like that would take it from domestic violence. It's like, if it was something.
So we're not being too sensitive. So say it.
Right,
Say,
you just had to-
say it said push up a pie
they needed
in
a
the face
comedian
of
to help them out that would
Rihanna,
make it funny more than
or
make it serious.
drop or throw a soda on Chris Brown. Would that still have been bad?
It would have been bad, but the
Nah.
implications
But it
would
wouldn't
not
be
have
horrible
been as
right
bad
now.
as it is because
Right.
we know
Because
that
the
it
situation
really
that
happened.
happened occurred between
So we
the
can't
two.
make any jokes
They
about
might have
Rihanna
lost
because
money
she was a victim of
No,
domestic
no.
violence.
As long as nothing physical, yeah.
Yeah,
Other than
I would have taken
Right.
the
Like,
pie and the soda
she's-
reference.
right,
That would have been
exactly.
fine.
Like
That's-
she's a key. Like she is a key.
What's that?
I don't.
Yeah, I was
I
getting ready to say.
don't. I'm sorry. I'm quite sure that she's not a hard that doesn't like to laugh type of person. I'm quite
Oh,
sure
yes, she said that
she
she has
gets
a sense of humor.
a good
Good
key,
sense of
which
But
is
that's
a
a
good
sensitive
laugh.
subject.
You understand what I'm saying? But
That actually
something
happened.
like that's personal. He did hit me. He did attack me. He did do whatever. So why would you even play like me like that? And you know who I am.
Right.
So why would you play with me like that? That's basically what
Yeah.
she's saying.
Snapchat's stock value dropped 800 million yesterday.
They won't do
That's a
that
lot.
again.
After this, 800 million is a lot
Well,
of
whoever-
money.
Chameleon, they're feeling his
Listen.
pockets now.
Whoever came up with that idea probably lost their
Yeah,
job.
so
Yeah, they
Snap,
should have.
Yeah.
You're fired.
They
Don't Come back. You
responded.
can't get hired nowhere.
And they said,
almost like the
here's their
coolest
apology.
monkey
Y'all
in the
tell me if
jungle
this
campaign.
if this is any good. So their apology is, we are investigating how that happened so that we can make sure it never happens
always a good way to
again.
approach
I'm
it.
sure it went
That's
from
a
the
bunch of
board
bullshit.
and they got votes on it. Somebody thought it was funny and they put it up.
Exactly.
That was the okay. We gonna already have this in response to the backlash that's getting ready.
that
to
Their
come.
PR cleaned
That's
it up.
what that
Yeah.
was. That's
how
all
you
that
see-
was.
That's why you
They were
gotta take
already
our
in trouble anyway. I mean, because Instagram copied mostly all of their features, the
Exactly.
ones that made them special.
Yeah.
And so it's just like,
And
do
Facebook
y'all
got
use?
a little bit of it now as well. So.
Do y'all true?
Well,
do y'all
I
use
don't
Snapchat?
even- I don't-
Yeah.
No.
I-
You do?
Not like that. I mean,
Reefer?
I haven't.
It's a half and half. Like, cause sometimes I'll have it on my phone, but then I'll just delete it because I feel like I'm wasting space. Like now it's deleted. I felt like I didn't.
I never saw the use for it. It's like a bunch of pictures.
I don't make videos.
Yeah.
No, it's just
Too much time on your hands if you're
Me
doing
and my
it.
baby.
It
have
was just
fun with it when
another
she
way to
wants
say. It was just another way to say hey to somebody
Look
and
at
it
me.
disappear.
Yeah.
That's it. That was the only cute feature about it. It was a text message that made it disappear.
Well, for the younger generation, it's definitely, it's cute.
Yeah, 'cause they ain't got
and,
nothing else
you know,
better to
quick-
do.
My
So
daughter
quick
love it.
hookups and stuff like that.
It's
I mean,
cute.
Snapchat
I've
has
not
ruined
seeing
many
a
a
date
relationship,
with
though.
selfies.
I think it help people that looks funny. You know what I'm saying? And make that it might bring them some kind of cute.
them Snapchat
You know what I'm saying? They hiding behind the Snapchat. You like, oh, you
that
cute.
catfish, huh?
You like, oh, cute.
Yeah, because
You
the
know what I'm
filters be
saying?
helping out, like,
Oh, she
for
look
real.
like a bunny, so I can't really tell if
Right.
she ugly or not.
So
but
it's
she cute. 'Cause
cute.
She look like a
Oh,
bunny.
that
Right.
filter really did help you.
I get it.
Snap,
I
stop.
get it. I get it. I get it. Like I just felt like once I got to know like exactly what it was about, and then this was the crazier thing. If you have iPhone, you don't need Snapchat because there is a when you have the feature to where though when you send somebody a text message, it could be an invisible ink
Yeah, you can
anyway.
you can do whatever,
So I mean that X'd out the feature anyway. Like
Yeah, but I mean, it's a great creeping app. I don't know from experience, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Are you speaking from personal
I'm
experience?
about to say.
I'm not. I
how
have
you
not.
treat
said
with
creep.
that?
But the fact
And
that
it's-
it disappears in 24 hours.
Give us a story.
Whatever you got going on, I don't have any stories.
Bet you-
just
I don't
know-
You know
believe
how
you.
many
I
people could see
know-
something within that time? How
Yeah, but you also
creeping
can, you
is
can
that?
also delegate who you send it to. You either have your story or you can send it to your individual friends.
bet you Tiger
create
Woods
your own
wish
way.
he had.
What?
Look at his face.
What?
No,
Why is it so hot?
Lamont. I bet you Tiger Woods wished Snapchat
I
was
bet
out.
he do.
I wish I
Shoot,
bet
he
Tiger
would not have met that tree.
I plead the fifth.
So let me
Tiger might have still been with
still have his little Swedish nanny. I mean,
let me ask y'all this.
Jacket.
So I argue with somebody about this often. Kim Kardashian. I want to talk about Kim Kardashian and Kanye
I
real
love
quick.
Kim.
I do too. That's not just me.
Boy, that must be the best side ever. That left side must be grand. Ain't that the left? That is the left. The left. The left. Okay, no.
All right. So Kim Kardashian is calling people fucking dumb and stupid for these get out. They've been putting some get out memes with Kanye's face on
Now
it.
that's funny.
It is funny.
Now
I find it
that's
entertaining.
Kanye lost his damn mind.
You think so?
To say he crazy
lost
regardless.
his-
Like,
So did
girl, get over it.
Kim Kardashian make Kanye crazy,
No.
or was Kanye
Yeah.
He was
already crazy?
already crazy.
He was borderline crazy.
He
but when
he
with
felt
her.
free when he got with her.
Yeah,
to,
she's a
you know,
witch.
to be
One
who
at a
he
time.
is.
What is up?
He like, if she could be by the ball naked, I could do what the hell I want to do too. We gonna do this together. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a hell couple. We don't give a hell couple. We gonna do what we want. We gonna live the way we want to live. And middle fingers to everyone who don't like it. They don't care. 'Cause
LA,
they want
what-
to make money regardless. People love it.
And dress him in homeless
What's your-
clothes.
They
what's
can do
thoughts,
what they
LA?
want,
In homeless
whether you
clothes, yeah,
like it or
like-
not.
I
So,
think when he got
even
with,
if I
like
don't
she
do
said,
it.
he was already borderline crazy when they got together.
So when did we see evidence of him being crazy before Kim?
His mother.
When his mom died, yeah.
Okay, wow, that's enough to push anybody.
It's enough.
And then when he got with her, it was just like, yeah.
I feel like no, I don't think that Kim may be the cherry on top that dropped the whole Sunday. However, I feel like once his mother passed away, and then Amber. Let's not forget Amber.
Amber Rose we're talking about.
Yeah, Amber
Yeah.
Rose.
And look at her now. I know he look at her
Amber
a lot.
Rose
Nice
done
little
a
white
lot
Creole lady.
that we probably don't have never seen because we don't know
didn't
what
care.
goes on behind closed doors.
But wait a minute, but they wasn't
The
even together
808
that long.
heartbreak.
They wasn't together long.
It doesn't take that long to manipulate somebody
You saying good
who's
pussy is good pussy.
already
Yeah.
broken.
You see 21?
No,
21 all the
you have
way
to
in.
But
think
look,
about
he's just
something.
cleaning up his image.
He is, but you
Because-
have to think about something. She got with him right at his weakest moment, which was
Talking
when
about
his-
Kanye.
Yeah, which was when his mother passed away. That little bit of time that she was with him, that was enough time because he was already broke because he didn't have his mother.
Bright,
So
hold
then
on.
she comes-
Bright boy. Wait, talk some sense. Are they on to something here or are they crazy?
They're on to
Talking about the
a
people
little
around the
bit of something. They're on to a little bit of something because there is a track record. They said Mama died. They said there was that opportunity for him. He was vulnerable, and this thick Creole, luscious, golden
From
skinned
Philly.
woman came in, and apparently she.
Stuck fingers up and
sunshine.
everything
I ain't
else.
coming home no more. That's she got that sunshine. Because you see 21, he didn't turn himself around, he didn't
All
clean it
the
up.
way.
And I love the video because in that video she got that grin like I got this. Nigga. You don't even know.
Successful.
Like, exactly. And Kanye he has a history of zapping out. I do believe it's like I'm equating it to you have a long-term smoker. And then you have that
An
one
enabler.
smoke, that one last smoke or one last drink that gives you that stroke, and
Yeah.
you're done.
Yeah.
And it's like Kim was that last, that last little
push.
and now he's stroked out.
Yeah.
That's how I
He's
feel about it.
coming back.
And I do thoroughly enjoy Kanye.
And then y'all gotta forget
I love his
when
ignorance.
Jay
You
stopped.
gotta forget.
We gotta remember.
We got can't forget.
Damn.
Okay, I about to say what we gotta forget.
You gotta forget. You can't forget. You can't forget.
Talk about I don't participate in St. Patrick's Day.
No, this is me every day. Fuck that shit.
Anyway, what you were saying?
And then with him and Jay-Z with the relationship,
Yeah.
that broke him. That took
Yeah.
that to the max. So
'Cause he
now
wouldn't
it's just
listen.
So
like,
Yeah.
he was
When
just
you
like
stop in
a
the middle of a
ticking bomb
concert.
ready to blow up.
Yeah.
It was like tick, tick, tick. And
Bitch, he probably feel lonely for real. He probably
I'm sure
feel
he does.
bad.
you
He's
didn't
a
call me,
bad
man, when my wife got robbed.
Right.
Yeah, he probably because what other real family does he have around him other than the
Kardashians?
the Kardashians,
Who's
and
already
Jay-Z?
crazy.
He really doesn't have anybody. So when they walk away from you and you're just alone,
What I'ma say
you
is
have no
witchcraft.
choice but to you zap out.
Kim put a spell on
You
that
zap
ass.
the hell out.
Yeah, but I mean,
Hopefully we
I
get
think
a
the get out,
banging-ass
I think the get out
album.
memes, everything. I think they're appropriate. I don't know if anyone has ever, been in, in an interracial relationship. I know I have. I've dealt with some white ladies, and that movie
Greek and Italian.
resonated with me because I was like, oh my god, I've met these white people. He's like, you
This
feel like
is real.
Yeah,
I wasn't dreaming.
That sunk in place. Yeah, because all right. So to get not a hood white girl.
Yeah.
If you're getting
We call them trailer park trash.
I'm just saying, ones that that they mess with.
And
you can tell the
again,
difference.
I'm offensive.
But to a degree, there's a
Oh,
point
8
of
Mile, sorry.
self-deprecation or that you have to do to assimilate into that.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
not, like I was with this one where I had to ask. I
was
started
with
asking.
you was with this one Caucasian.
I was with this one Caucasian
Okay.
lady.
What was her name?
I'm
Becky?
sorry.
You say I was
Kate?
with the one. I was like,
What was her name?
Because that's
No,
a hurtful.
I'm gonna leave that. No, I'm gonna
That's
leave
a
that
hurtful
down.
place. So you just gotta say I was with
Right,
this
put
one.
the name out there,
Nah, I
brother.
ain't gonna do that to it because it's still respect though.
Yeah,
But
go ahead.
At the same, so I noticed, I was looking at some stuff, and I was, when people are looking at you, you at dinner and stuff like that, and it's like, I feel like Sidney Poitier and shit. Like, guess who's coming to dinner?
Right.
And there's one thing that I asked that made it very poignant to me that they were like just kind of putting up with me because I was like, so. Has the N-word gone down since I've been dating you? Like, cause I know, white
Yeah.
people, they in
Yeah.
their own little clusters, they
Yeah.
say their little jokes and stuff like that. And she said, honestly, yeah. She's like the jokes and everything like that. So that just let me like on a little bit of insight that, you're not really welcome. And you know, in some families you can assimilate a little better, but you know, in that certain situation, I was like, I'm not fighting uphill just to be seen as a person,
Right.
Because anyone to know me, you know, I ain't hood, I ain't this, you know, I'm trying, you know, I try to come at people correct, but for you to, you know, have all of these predated, you know, conceived notions of who I am, and I have to fight through that just for you to see me as a person, that's a tiresome fight. I'm already black. I don't need that fight. Like, just to try to get love, you know, like, you know.
But then some way down the line, y'all might be related, so it's no
that's the
need
truth.
to act like that. You feel me? So,
I mean, that's what my Ancestry.com said. Thomas Jefferson.
I just hope, and you know what? I just hope. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I just hope that, you know, we've seen Kanye out lately. He's been out. He's
working on a new
music.
album,
but he
I
don't
hope
look the same.
he might don't, but I hope this probably is gonna be one of the greatest albums we ever get because
so.
it's been a while.
it'll never be.
What do you mean? You don't think he could come back? You don't think he could Britney Spears it?
No.
Britney Spears barely Britney Spears. She just got in the
Okay,
Vegas
well,
to give us keep her some
that's
money.
the wrong
I don't
thing.
think anyone that's been gone that long to try to do a comeback has really been succeeded.
He got a feature with somebody.
Nah.
Music.
Well, I mean, he's got a lot of the greats came through. Nas and came through. Like a lot of. It won't be no Jay-Z songs.
No, it won't be.
Appearances.
He
but
got a feature
it might be a
with
Jay-Z
somebody.
diss though.
But we not.
Record.
But at the same token, we also don't know what he has been doing on the low because most of the time you don't hear what producers do,
Right.
Or artists.
He's recording
do
in the
with
mountains,
Hine
so
and-
he's in the mountains somewhere.
Yeah. So.
Well, he probably had some good ones. Cause Kanye always came
no.
up with that good ones.
No, when you're an artist, sometimes
Maybe
you
he
have
cleaned
to
himself
shut
out.
yourself away to make some
Did
good
Eminem
stuff.
do it? No? Okay.
But you know, I wouldn't compare Eminem to
But
Kanye
boxers-
though. Kanye had some good hits.
Boxers do it
Sure.
when they're training.
Sure.
You never know.
They leave and they go.
That
Kanye's,
craziness might
Kanye's
come out.
talented, a talented producer. It's
Yeah,
not
he
like he's
came out
some.
with a lot.
It's not like he's some bum on the street.
He might be
Like he didn't
focusing
made a
on it.
lot of hit records.
Yeah. Let's hope that.
They
And
say the mountain keeps
anybody that's made multiple hit records can make another one. If
Yeah.
you did it before more than 3 and
got
4
the recipe.
times,
Yeah.
he can do it again.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah,
So
right. That's what I'm saying.
concerts acting crazy.
He had some good hits, so who knows? He might come out.
So
What's up, fly?
I guess I'm gonna take y'all down for a minute.
Yeah, what you got?
So I know that y'all have heard about the bridge in Florida.
Yeah.
That
Collapsing.
crashed down at the
Florida campus, yeah.
right, Florida International University. So
That
they
was
just built this
Poor
new
Florida.
bridge, right? So picture like at Morgan, how they have that bridge that goes
Yeah,
across.
yeah, mhm.
What
Cold-
street is that? Is that
That's
Cold
Hillen.
Spring?
No, that's
Hillen?
Farron Parkway.
Farron Parkway. Okay.
Farron Parkway.
So that's a busy street, right? And imagine if you're just trying to cross that street with it was kind of, people don't want to slow down. So they have that same situation there. So they built a bridge across. They just built the bridge. Just built. I'm talking about like last week, built like just threw it up there. The bridge falls.
Wow.
So mind
That's
you,
horrible.
there are
People are
cars
walking.
underneath, people walking across, the bridge falls, and the bridge fell in Florida. So initially they said it was just one person dead. So now they're saying it's like 6, and they can't even get
They can't even account right
to
now.
all of the people. That count's got to be wrong
That was
because
horrible.
it's a whole
They probably
bridge
trying to
just
cover it up.
falling.
The thing that gets me is,
None of the bridges falling
John
down.
Hopkins did the same thing.
Falling
John
down.
Hopkins around the corner, they did the same
Horrible.
thing. A lot of people was getting hit right there, and I can remember when they started, doing the construction. I was like, dang, the white people, excuse my language, but that's who it is because of John Hopkins. So I was like, the white people must have paid for them to get the whole area fixed, including the bridge.
Well, more like
More
the
John Hopkins
Indian
investment.
Asians,
Yeah.
like the Asian Indians, because they have their own wing.
Yeah, well, I didn't. Yeah, well, but so but the point that I'm getting at is I remember them taking a very long time to build that bridge.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a week. It wasn't just a couple months. Like they really took their time and like just built that whole thing.
Because they got a lot of contributors. To it.
Well, so that's that's absolutely they do. So now like everything's coming to light
so
now.
what is they doing about it?
So
They
of
course,
now
the families, you can't bring life back, but they
Yeah.
have a case, a great case
it's
on
the
hand.
blame game is starting now.
Oh,
so.
of course.
But I'm gonna say the blame game is gonna start, but they gotta clean everything up first because they don't even know who's missing. They probably can't find who's missing. People are probably trapped in
Yeah,
cars
you had people that
and-
already called their lawyers.
So hours before the bridge fell, the people that made the bridge
Was it shaky? Or
was
anything?
talking
They
about there was a
complained?
crack in the bridge.
Oh,
now they're
hell
saying
no.
that there was
So
a
they
crack
didn't
in
say
the bridge.
nothing. They ain't shut the bridge down. Like,
They
look,
didn't,
it's
they
a
didn't
crack
shut
in
the
the
bridge down. So
But you knew
I
it
want to
was a
say
crack
that the
in the
company is
foundation.
called Fig Bridge Engineers.
They
Well,
need to be
that's-
fired.
They will never
They
be
said
in
40
business.
years.
So they had
Never
a
seen
meeting,
nothing
like
like this.
sort of
Never
like
been
how we
business.
are right here right now. They had a meeting where they were talking about the crack in the bridge, and they said that there were no safety concerns. There was a crack in the bridge, but they said it's not going to be no
Structural,
issue.
yeah, it wasn't load bearing.
And,
They should have rolled back and forth across.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, I'm confused because isn't the first rule of thumb here is if it's a crack in a foundation, your foundation is weak. And
It depends.
won't
It
crack
depends.
like
There
that?
is
It literally depends on
it depends
the
on
place.
where the crack is. It could be something surface. It's just like if it's a crack in your windshield, that doesn't mean your car's not gonna work.
Right.
I
That
think
just
they
means
should have
that
kept an eye
it's
on
a
it.
surface,
I think
yeah.
like every day they
but
should have
this is
kept,
a-
you know.
They did until
They
it failed. They,
One at a
they watched
time.
that bitch fall.
One at a time.
If,
One at a time.
if it wasn't a safety hazard in the beginning, they should have kept an eye on it because they knew it was a new bridge.
Yeah.
So they should have just like, yeah, let's keep an eye on this every day. I'm sorry, someone had to look at it, and if it looked like it's getting too serious, then we had to shut this bridge down and reconstruct and do something that's gonna, last. I mean, seriously.
Agree.
the
Bright boy. What were you saying?
I mean, I just think one of the real issues is the cutting the corners for cost and materials.
Exactly.
In this industry because our infrastructure is constantly we're trying to go up. Upward mobility, build, and everyone's trying to do construction and everything like it's flipping houses. So we can do it in this amount of time, get our money, and and get out. That's and like I said, Fig they made a comment of they haven't seen anything like this happen in 40 years, this, that, and the third. Well, there's a certain issue, and they need to get to the bottom of it. It's definitely whoever project manager and or engineers have to be accounted for. But nationwide, there is an issue with we have to get this done now. And
Sure.
Having been in
People can't wait.
in the construction business, you can
It's
see
a deadline on everything.
you see the cut, to cut corners for cost because people get kickbacks and they get a little bit more after the overhead for completing something on time or before time, before the date, the deadline date. Your foremen, your estimators, project managers, all of them, they're looking for their bonuses. So it's going to happen.
have something to add to that too. I also think I don't know if you was paying attention, but I had showed you a post that I was looking at my phone where it said the tariffs, the or whatever it's called that Trump's trying to impose. If he actually goes through with those things, there's going to be a lot of change going with companies because they're going to start to move from the U.S. because everything's going to be so expensive. So my take on it is, number one, I feel like because it was a new bridge, it shouldn't have been a crack nowhere.
Exactly.
Point
No.
blank, period. If you saw that crack, you should have said, hold on, this bridge is going to take just a little bit longer to complete because we see
that's
something that needs to be
millions of
done.
dollars.
Well, see,
They're not
you have that as well. They were also working on the north side of the bridge
Yeah.
when it collapsed, right? So I think they probably opened it up too soon.
Yeah.
They
And
were
they threw
still
it up
working
there.
on the bridge.
They threw it up there.
They threw it up there. They
probably
were
passed
still
inspection and was just like, okay, and then they saw the crack and somebody was like, oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, and they were probably thinking it's not cars going over this bridge. This is a
Yeah,
pedestrian bridge.
But
So this
that's
was
not
just
paying
for walking.
attention to the
Yeah.
amount of weight that
Yeah,
people
that's
walking back and
Well,
forth.
it's distance. It's a distance of the bridge, and if you're still working on it, the basics of quantum mechanics is vibration destroys
Right.
everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you have a crack in the bridge and you're still working on the north side,
And you got vibration.
eventually something is going to happen.
Right.
And that's
So-
what they should have been more mindful.
So it was
of
8
that.
lanes of traffic below.
Yeah.
So we're talking about something. This is a major street.
Yeah. That's
8 lanes of traffic. That's 4 on each
75
side. Yeah,
yards,
that's like 695, something
Yep.
like that. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
double.
Crazy.
It's like 695 and 495 together. Like
Yeah, that's
side by
crazy.
side.
That's crazy.
More of a reason to have made sure that crack would not have turned into anything but nothing. Because if I saw a crack, it would have been harmless for you to go back and fix. Because guess what? If whoever is on that team of people that sat at that table like we're sitting at right now, somebody should have been smart enough to say, listen, do you want to spend the money to go back and fix this right now? Or do you want to spend the money that it's going to take to fix what's going on right now?
And I'm
Good-
sure
good-
that person was
good
present.
question.
But he
I mean,
got,
good point, rather.
He got. I'm sure that person was present, but I'm sure he got shut down because
You got shut down.
of the numbers. It's like, okay,
They don't wanna
you
go
wanna
back.
ahead and
Exactly.
and go back.
Like, let's
and
move
You know
forward.
how
Right.
much
She like, yeah, I hear you, but
Yeah.
This has to get done.
speaking of that, let's
but
go.
now look what they have.
Let's
to
go
go
around the
through.
table
So
real
it's
quick. We need to take a
consequences.
break. So let's go around the table and social media real quick
Yeah,
and all
social
that.
media. Hey, you can catch me at Bright Boy. That's BRIT_BOI at Instagram. Same thing at Twitter, and Alexander the Evolved at Facebook.
Hey, you can reach me at Fancy T. It's me on IG or SashaCharmSchool@gmail.com.
I'm not gonna go through all my social medias. I'm gonna just go through Instagram business_622.
Y'all already know it's Reefa, aka Fillmore Blunts with AZ.
All right, so
And with that being said, today's broadcast was brought to you in part by the Hug Don't Shoot Free Kitty Disco. Enjoy fun food, games, Easter egg hunts, and music by Baltimore's youngest DJ, A-Easy. Sunday, April 1st from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Langston Hughes Community Center. Visit hugdon'tshoot.org for more details.
Yeah.